Today, we are going to be playing Mono Black Devotion by gphilippe77, who went 5-0 with this deck. The only change I've made to it is replacing 4 Virus Beetles with Skullcap Snails. It's sad that the snail is not an artifact for the refurbished familiar since they are playing that, but Skullcap Snail is much better in general because exiling is much better than discarding. A lot of people play Terror, a lot of people play Madness. Generally, there are tons of sneaky snackers in the metagame right now, so Skullcap Snail is definitely better in that regard. They are mixing Devotion and Affinity. A lot of the removal seems to be artifact based, so we see 3 Baubles, 3 Tiding Blades to support the refurbished familiar, which is nice. We see also 3 Blood Fountains, not only for the Affinity but for some very needed recursion, and 4 Mephitic Draft to go with the Gary here. And they play 3 Garys. I wonder how easy are they to cast, since it's a 5-drop, but still, I think it's extremely cool to see Gary actually work in the deck. Then 3 Cast Down, 3 Bargains, 1 Offering, 2 Insights, a lot of ways to draw cards, which I actually love in these archetypes, and then 4 Chittering Reds and 4 Refurbs. So they're playing basically 12 discard spells main deck, which is actually quite a lot, but still, this is mostly, standard for these black decks. Where it becomes really unusual is firstly the mana base. So we see Swamps, which is obviously, you need to play them, Vault of Whispers for the Affinity, and then Bojuka Book. Bojuka Book is fine, but we usually see like 1 or 2 copies, but they're playing 4, which is, I guess it's fine if you're expecting a lot of Blood Fountains and stuff like that, or you want to have it in your hand more consistently. They don't have any other tapped lands, so there's definitely a way to play this without being punished, and 4 Bojuka Box is definitely, very interesting to play in your deck. The next card, which I find, really weird to main deck in higher numbers, are the Suffocating Fumes. So they are maybe using this to main deck against bad matchups. Could be Elves, could be Fairies, could be Red Rally, but we see 3 off. And again, we usually see like 1 off, 2 offs in some rare cases. They are straight up running 3. So I wonder why that is, but I still think it's very interesting. If we take a look at the sideboard, we see 3 Duress, which I'm fully on board with. I love Duress. 3 Choking Sands. I think Ramp and Tron are pretty good matchups for this, and you usually, I think, sideboard this in if you are on the play, because it's much better than 3 Ambushers, again, a lot of them, but I could see this against Burn, and 3 Okiba Gang Shinobis. That is a lot of Okiba Gang Shinobis. I could see bringing all 3 against some very control-oriented matchups, like maybe Fog, or maybe something like Giant Wildfire, so I think that's, again, very interesting. They are playing these in 3, and then 3 Nihil Spell Bombs, definitely a reason to play black, great graveyard hate, and I'm glad they are playing 3 of this. So I've made just one change, and we are going to see here, is Black Devotion still good for today's metagame, or was gphilippe's run just a fluke? Let's jump into the games. Alright, we got a game against James, and we're going first too, which is really nice. And it's pretty interesting. A lot of lands in this one, but we have a drought with Offering, so I think that's reasonable. And I've just realized a lot of you guys have been caring a lot about the tournament we're doing on our Discord, the one called Tribal Triumph. I put out a post about it, and a lot of people have joined, and a lot of you were like, I wish to play in that tournament, so thank you for that. I'm really glad you guys are as hyped up as I am, because I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. With that being said, we could play a Bojuka Bog, but it's a little risky. I think I'm gonna go for could go Reefer Bantu if I go Vault of Whispers. I'm gonna go Vault of Whispers, actually. I think the Bog could be used later. It's actually pretty decent in a lot of different matchups, so I think we're gonna utilize the Bog later. We have 3 lands in a row. Escape Tunnel. Could be Infect, could be Ninjas, could be Black Sacrifice. I don't know. Still could be Infect, for all I know. We're gonna see. Blood Fountain, that's fine. I am not afraid of Artifact Hate game 1, so I'm gonna go Vault of Whispers, Mephitic Drought. We go to 19, find the Gary. Hello Gary. This is Infect, I'm sure. Yep. And the worst part is we have no removal. We need help. We need a lot of help. I'm gonna sack the Drought before I do anything. I could be dead next turn, I'm gonna be honest. We need to find the Grim Bauble or some. Fumes are good, but slow. Okay, Bauble is insane. They could have protection. but I'm gonna try it anyway. I think this Glistener Elf is pretty scary. They probably have they could have the dinosaur card. They don't. They could have the card which makes it in a dinosaur. They could also have it like some blue protection spell. There are a lot of those. They go Blighted Agent. I could go, I know, Fumes, but now they have 1 green up, so almost anything actually makes this get out of range, which is not great, but I'm gonna draw a card. We do find a Tiding Blade, which surpasses almost anything, which is an incredible draw. I'm glad we are drawing this, I'll be honest. I'm very glad. So this is Simic Infect, and Choking Sense might be good against them. We're gonna go Blood Fountain. I'm already thinking about a sideboard game. We're gonna go Bog. I don't think they have any Graveyard synergies at all. Generally, these decks don't. You can just Insight some, and we're gonna see. We take a look at this very interesting sideboard. We have Triple Duress, which is sick. We have Choking Sense. I think those are gonna be good too. Upkeep will draw. Find the Mephitic Drought. Let me play a Mephitic Drought. No response. Shittering Rats. Okay. I think we're gonna Insight the Mephitic Drought. I do want my lands, of course. Find a book. That's already a land. Happy about that. You can just play Bojuka book. Go to beautiful 7 cards in hand. And that's that. Yep. Can play Gary. Decent amount of black pips here. You know, I think I will set up at the Rats Bubble. Blood Fountain first. Let's draw. Okay, we did a draw as well. This is looking not bad. Let me go Chittering Rats. Make sure they don't draw a creature next turn as well. Pretty cool. And do I go Merchant next turn? It depends, right? Did I play land? Absolutely didn't. Okay, in that case, I think I want a Mephitic Drought. Maybe we can find land. Beautiful. In that case, we are gonna play a Blood Fountain. There will be no creature next turn, but this Gary is gonna be humongous. Truly. Can also map it up too. It's 7 already. 9 with Gary. Oh my god. So yeah, we know they don't have a creature since they didn't have it last turn, and the red lock is real here, at least for 1 turn now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we draw a card. Skullcap Snail. Okay, I'm kind of tempted to just keep building up this devotion and one-shot them with it, but I think I'm not gonna be that greedy right now. Although I could, right? I could just build up the biggest devotion and make the biggest Gary ever. Should we? Hey, let's go. Let's go Reckoner's Bargain on this map token. Find a Tiding Blade. Hello. I'm gonna blood away the cast down here because it doesn't build up devotion, so we don't like that. Find a land. Kel's Bojuka Bog them. And I hope he will get the Gary finish here. Let's go Skullcap Snail too. 8 will be 9, 10 then. Okay, end step, absolutely not. Let me play an empty Grimbauble. Draw. They just passed the turn, okay. And play Swamp, let me play an empty Tiding Blade. I hope this is not considered BMing. I really hope it's not. Let me cycle Fumes. I just want to see the biggest Gary ever. It's so satisfying, right? We do find a Swamp. Let me Blood Token away this Swamp. Oh, Insight. Okay, anything we can... Well, not really, except the Vault though. Okay, I'm gonna go like that. Let me Eviscerate this inside the Vault. Find the Refurb. Let me play the Refurb. Is that no response? Let me play the Tiding Blade, empty, attack for this, and next turn they're dead on Gary. Okay, can cycle Fumes first, draw again, okay. We will end our misery, I think. Then, here is the biggest Gary ever, let's go. 13, we drain them for 13 with this. Beautiful. That's obviously, you guys already know, that's a good matchup, right? Duress go in, Choking Sense go in, but I don't wanna get rid of some card draw here. I think Blood Fountain 1 can go away. Chittering Rats, like one of them can go away. I do like Gas Down. All this removal is so necessary against them. So necessary. I'm gonna go minus Rats. I think I'm gonna go -2 Garys. Might seem crazy, but this is not the game we are playing. Okay, I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna go -1 red too. You just want removal, disruption. That's how you win against Infect. All your big win conditions can, you know, don't worry, you just will win against Infect if you can manage to disrupt them. Only if it's just with the 2-1 like here. Alright, find a 1-lander. How fancy are we feeling though? We have a Grimbauble. If we draw land, this hand is suddenly awesome, but they play first. I will keep this. We didn't limit test yet with this deck, so I'm gonna try it. By the way, this is the second game. You guys will probably see it first. We didn't get punished. Alright. I'll play the Swamp first. They could play some Artifact Hate, so I'm gonna go for this. Think turn to either Snail or Mephitic Drought. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, is this gonna be a Mamba by any chance? They didn't had one drop before. The Iker Claw Mirror. Okay. Okay. That's a scary one. Definitely a good target for cast down or bobble. Most comfortable I would be if I drew land. But we're gonna see. It's a duress. That's not bad. We could bobble duress, and that's something for sure. We could. I think we're gonna do that actually. Let me duress first. See what they have. Okay, they have Blighted Mamba, Blighted Agent, a lot of creatures. They have Growth, Might of Old Crosa, and Rancor. So the scariest of these is probably the Might of Old Crosa. Mutagenic Growth is pretty good. They can actually... Oh, this is not looking good. We have to take the Growth, I think. So that I can Grimbobble it, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I can't Grimbobble it. So I'm gonna take the Mutagenic Growth and use Grimbobble. Okay, so we will track their hand. I think it's quite important against Infect. So they drew Forest. They have this. They'll just play and equip it with the Rancor, right? That's what they're gonna do. Mamba gone. And equip it with the Rancor, yes, okay. So that's gone, okay. Might, if they draw land, okay, we could make it uncomfortable and play a Snail. Might of Crosa, main phase, yeah, okay. Okay, we actually could Grimbobble, but there is no reason to Grimbobble because it's mana inefficient. I would rather cast down. We could just ignore it and go Mephitic Drought, or we could go Snail. I think we could go Snail. Whatever they discard, we don't really care. Wait, they actually don't have blue, I just realized. Okay, so they're screwed. We're just gonna cast down this thing, right? Yeah, be mana efficient here. They get back Rancor, they have 3 cards now. Okay, they find a Glistener Elf. They have a Might, and they equip with a Rancor. Might is up here. Spread this carry. Could be 7 infect damage. Find a Bojuka Bog. That's good. That's good. So we could get rid of this Blighted Agent forever. If they save this Glistener Elf with the Might, they could. But we just waste our Grimbobble, which is obviously bad. So I don't believe they will find blue so easily. So it would just have to be an untapped island. That's, I think, very unlikely. So I'm definitely gonna play a Bojuka Bog. That's for sure. And I'm gonna go and try to disrupt them as much as I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go Skullcap Snail here. They will exile their Blighted Agent. They'll have Might and a random card in hand. Yep, Agent gone. So Might is here. That's up to 7 damage. Actually, if they find a pump spell, I'm dead. I'm not sure if this was correct. Let's see what they find. Main phase Might. Yep. So are we dead? I mean, I'm gonna block. They would need to exactly the +4/+4 thing, which is like, it's called Ambiguous, I think. Do we survive? We do, I think. BF, okay, sure. So if they have a pump spell, I want to see it. So I'll Grimbobble first. Also makes the refurb cheaper. It worked. Okay, beautiful. So we can chill here. We're just gonna Mephitic Drought and try to stabilize. We can Choking Sense. I would love to find land. I do, nice. Let me... Actually, discarding a card is good. I mean, getting rid of Rancor or whatever random card they had is actually preferred, so I'm gonna do that. Rancor is annoying, obviously, on these 1-drops. Makes them into threats. So Might is gone, we have no idea what they have. It was a Forest all day. Okay, they didn't play it, that's interesting. So they have a Rancor and a random card. Okay. Luckily for us, not find the creature. I think I'm gonna play Vault of Whispers, go to combat. I don't think I'm gonna Choking Sense. I wanna save that for a blue source or something like that. I want a Blood Fountain here, and I do think I'm gonna Bobble and Step. Probably. And then we can get rid of the Choking Sense if we want to. If we have like a good sequence of good cards we can draw next turn. Mamba's good. Need to find removal then. They have Rancor too. So if they don't equip Rancor, they do. Okay, sure. I was like, they might have a protection spell then, but Grimbobble, see what it is. Daring Blade cast down. Yeah, it's mean, but we do want both of these. Let me, I think I want Blade first, so let me top and top. And that's that. I will keep the sands, it's reasonable. Let's go for Tiding Blade. Feel a little bad for them. In fact, like a very underrepresented archetype, and they're just slamming them down with so much removal. Unplayable for them for sure. Let's swing in. Think I'm gonna crack another bauble. I could like destroy their land, whatever, you know. Okay, let's go. Let's destroy their land. Why not? They do nothing. I'm gonna surveil upkeep, I think. We know about the cast down, so that was stupid. Shouldn't have done that upkeep. But I do think Reckoner's Bargain is pretty valuable, so I'm gonna go top. I've just changed the order of the things, right? Because we can now main phase, bargain the drought, maybe find a land. It's not great, but okay, we have these lands. Okay, sure. I'm gonna go to combat. We just need a way to finish them now, and I think we're doing just that. I think I'm gonna play Bolt of Whispers and actually get rid of the Bojuka Bog with the blood token to find more cards. Let's go Bolt of Whispers and say go. Here's an elf. Okay. Equip it with the Ranker. Okay, so there's no protection spell, so if they had 1 mana open and I knew they didn't play the Ranker, I would be pretty scared of what's happening, but now they play the Ranker, we can just cast them and we're chilling. Let me blood away the Bojuka Bog. Fumes are amazing as well. We'll give them the opportunity to block. I think I would like to use a Blood Fountain nonetheless, so do we Fumes here perchance? We could cycle the well, yeah, I think I'm gonna flip Blade actually. Flip Blade cast down. I think it's the play. We're just gonna win with the Blade, I hope. Leave up the Fumes for next turn. All of their creatures are 1 HP. I think every single one is 1, so Fumes is basically an AoE cast down against their deck if you can, you know, time it well. Currently 0 creatures, so I'm kind of sacrificing the value of this Blood Fountain, but I think that's okay. We know that one of the cards is Ranker. We went to 0, yeah. Feel pretty bad for them. These black decks are usually pretty great against Infect. The first opponent is Desilon, and I have no idea what they are on. I think this is my first time playing against them. Okay, with 20 lands, finding a 0-lander definitely is not ideal, so I think we will mulligan this one. But the 3-lander is much better. Let's keep that. Let's ditch a land. I think I'm keeping Gary. We have some card draw. We have drought plus insight. So I'm gonna go just swamp and pass the turn. Turn 2 we probably draft. I was actually very unsure about the pronunciation of this thing. First I pronounced it like drought, but then you guys told me it's draft, so I went with that instead. So we don't necessarily care that much about their life gain. I think it's better to just deploy the draft instead of going Grim Bauble, and we did find another land. So I think I'm just gonna go draft here. We can go Bauble inside. I would like a better target than this veteran. Okay, blading the veteran is reasonable. They played 4 Bojuka Bogs, which actually I'm on board with fully. I like that, especially in these White Weenie matchups, which is exactly what they're playing, I would assume. So they start gaining some life, you know, really simple. Do they have another 1-drop? Because if not, we could clear the whole board. And by whole board, I mean these 2 creatures. Cycle Secluded Stepway. Is this a tech in White Weenie now? I enjoy it. I think you can get flooded super easily, so I respect that. They will swing for 1, reasonable. Okay, so I do want to crack the draft if possible, but I also want to set up some artifacts. I think I'm gonna go Bauble here and hold up the draft. I will Bauble. Do we care about life more, or do we care about this guy more? Okay, the deck plays 3 Suffocating Fumes. Yeah, if you take a look at the main deck, right, we play 3 Fumes, we play Cast Downs, Grim Baubles. Okay, with the Fumes in the deck, I think we're gonna go for the 1-2. So we are going for the 1-2. We could go for the Blade. Again, Suffocating Fumes could gain some amazing value in this one, so I'm gonna go for that. I think we will inside the draft. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Inspiring Overseer. That's a sick card to play in White Weenie. I've actually heard about people not playing many pump spells and instead running these value cards like the Overseer, which straight up draw you a card when they ETB, so again, very interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna lose, well, 1 more life here with the Mephitic Drought. We're gonna inside it and see what that brings us. Okay, find the Refurbished Familiar and Chittering Rats. Okay, we find the Reckoner's Bargain. Not bad. First off, let's play land. We can go Tiding Blade Refurb, which I don't think is a horrible play. Next turn we can Chittering Rats. Okay, let me go Tiding Blade. They will sacrifice their Lunark Veteran here. It's actually maybe a tough choice, but yeah, not really, I guess. They probably know they don't need that much life against us, right? Since we are mostly a control deck, which is true. They probably do know we are playing Gary since they've seen the draft, right? I do like that we have the bargain in hand. I do appreciate that. We can Chittering Rats bargain. We can straight up Gary, honestly. It's for how much? It's for 5. That's a decent swing. They go Lunark, Phantom. Okay. Outlaw Medic. Unusual White Weenie list. Swing? Yes. No? Okay. I actually prefer them not swinging. You find a cast down. That's not bad, I think. Okay, I'm gonna actually take this opportunity to Grey Merchant of Asphodel, I think. Just drain them for 5. Not attack. They could block with the Luminous Phantom, so I'm not gonna do that. Suffocating Fumes do look really nice here. I will say that. Go Militia Bugler. Okay. Think they will find something. Let's see what it is. It will be a Doomed Traveler. Unusual White Weenie list, definitely. Crack a clue, no. Instead play an Outlaw Medic. Their board presence is pretty daunting right now, I'm gonna say that. So I could cast down the Bugler, find another refurb. Okay, that makes me want to play it. Can I play on 5 lands, or do I want to try to find a land drop? Okay, well, I can play refurb for 1 first, that's reasonable. See what they discard. It's another well, it's the Doom Traveler they found with the Bugler, okay. So they have 1 last card in hand, and they have a clue on board. We could cast down Bargain, or we could Chittering Reds. If I reckon there's Bargain, I think I need to do it, like, right now. I don't really care about life that much, gonna be honest. I could Chittering Reds and make them skip a draw. Well, not really with the clue, but still. It's a 2-2, you know, which does block the medics. I think I'm actually gonna go for the bargain route. I'm gonna bargain the Bauble, will I? Is Surveil or training them for 1 better? I think it's actually Surveil, and we gain 2 life. We find a Skullcap Snail, so we can get rid of their last card. Did not find land, which I don't hate, but let's Skullcap Snail. No response. And their Militia Bugler is gone. Great hit with the Snail. And we just skip here. That's fine. So we are waiting for the Fumes to hopefully blow them out. That would be awesome. I think you could also play Crypt Rats in this deck. I think with the Blood Fountain that could be really sick. But you play a lot of creatures yourself. So maybe, you know... okay, we can double block the Bugler. And yeah, that's that. I think we're gonna double block the Bugler. They have 0 cards right now, so it's fine. Skullcap Snail gone. Again, we also have the Insight in the graveyard. Didn't even realize that, so that's nice. You know, that's some grindiness. If they find a Traben Charm, I don't think exiling our graveyard is what they are going to think about, so that's nice. We traded a 1-1 for a 2-3, you know, we will take this trade all day. So they have no cards, so Reds are actually not doing much anymore. I didn't even think about that. Okay, we find a Swamp. I think I'm just gonna Grimbauble. I think the Luminous Phantom is surprisingly the most annoying card on the board right now, I'm gonna be honest. Problem is if they find a Skyfisher, they can bounce the Overseer and they get a ton of value, man. Okay, I actually think I'm gonna kill the Overseer only because of a potential Skyfisher, that's the only reason. Okay, let's go to combat, and we are swinging all day here with everything. Because I'm not blocking the medics, right? Because I don't want to give them cards. They're just a 1-3. So without gates, this guy is not that threatening. Okay, I think... Okay, they will draw with the clue. We could Rats then. Honestly, we could. I think I'll just wait and I will Insight one of the Baubles. I think that's my plan right now. I could Rats, but if it's an instant, you know, Rats do nothing. Still decent, I would say, though. Play Miner's Guidewing. That's actually... Yeah, I've liked that card for some time now. Play Doom Traveler. Okay, a lot of weenies. I guess that's what the deck is named after all. Triple swing. Yep. So when it dies, it explores. Target creature explores, actually. Not even it. Of course, it doesn't when it's dead, right? Okay. End of combat. I think we're gonna go for this Insight right there. Hoping for some value. Bauble is gone. Okay, Snail. Again, Snail isn't, you know, a thing we necessarily want. We can make them draw land next turn with the Reds if they block with the Guidewing. If they explore a land. That's kind of interesting, right? Okay. Oh, now we draw. Find a Swamp. Cool. Let me go Grimbauble on the Luminous Phantom. It's a little annoying now. Kill the Phantom. You know, now the race is on, I think. Let's go to combat. We'll swing it with everything. I think it's time to Surveil, though, with the Grimbauble. At their end step. Block with the Guidewing, please. That would be awesome. Or you can just not block too. Okay, Doom Traveler blocks. Or does it? Do you block a refurb with your Guidewing, is my question. I think you probably wanted that trigger, don't you? Yes. I wish they find a land, although I do think it's a little unlikely there, but I wish they find a land. If they put a counter here, we can cast it down in response, for sure. Okay, so no response to the flying guy. Oh, it is flying. Wow, it didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna let this be. It's a counter, freak. Okay. See if they keep on top or ditch it. It's some serious life gain, though. I'm gonna say that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I wanna cast down this medic. Now a 2-4 with lifelink, you know, it's definitely something. We can also make them lock with the Chittering Reds. They go Overseer, which is fine because it draws them a card. More likely to be locked with the Reds again, which is sweet. Or be exiled with the Snail for that matter. They go another medic, okay. Yep, I think I'm casting down. I think I've decided. The hopes here are they can't play the card. We can Rats them or Snail them for that matter. Get hit for 3. Unluckily for us, we can't really attack very efficiently right now. It was an Inspector. That's bad for us. I hope it wasn't 1-draw, but I'm gonna go for a Grimbauble. Cast down Reds. Reds are useless. Let me graveyard them. Cast down is honestly not what I want at all. So I think I'm gonna upkeep Bauble too. Offering Insight, good enough, I think. Good enough. The Insight can go to the graveyard though, and I like the Offering, I guess. We draw the Offering, yep. I don't know, this is not looking too hot, does it? I could Offering like the Snail, but yeah, it doesn't feel that great. I'm just gonna play the Snail as a 1/1. Probably going to Offering it later. I don't know. We are not finding the things we actually need to find, but we're gonna see. Like a Fumes here are deadly, you know. Fumes here are deadly. They play a Doom Traveler, reasonable. Draw card, play Plains. You probably know about the Reds, that's why they're playing the lands. Even though it's bad against Refurb. We see some attacks. I think I'm gonna actually do this and Offering it, right? Yeah, and Offering the Snail. The Snail doesn't even represent much power as far as combat goes. We see a block plus Fountain, that's really good. They had something in there. Yeah, they're forgetting about this Veteran, which makes me really happy because we can bog it now. Yes, beautiful. So playing a bog, we could attack first. Oh, never mind. Just clicked on the box, so we will do that. I'll go... Hold on, what do we have here? We could double refurb, play refurbs. Yeah, that's really good actually. We will swing here for... I don't even know how much. Are we attacking with this Gary? I think we do, yeah. They don't care. Okay. Let me Blood Fountain. I'll definitely use my stuff here. I could... So creature-wise, we have one refurb which represents a card. That's sweet. We have a Snail which doesn't represent much, gonna be honest. Still think it's a pretty good use of my stuff here, so I'm gonna Blood Fountain main before they potentially find a Traben Charm. Reds are a 2/2, which is better than a 1/1, I guess. So let me just do this. And I'll go for the Refurbish Familiar. I think I'm gonna Blood away the Swamp Snail. Wow. Okay. Alright. Okay. We could prevent a lot of their attacks if we hit on this map, so let's do that. Reveal Blood Fountain. I do think Blood Fountain is good enough in this hand, so I say no. The problem with Chattering Rats and Snail is if they have no cards in hand, they kinda suck, but at least it's a 2/2. I'm just waiting for them to top deck a Guardian's Pledge or just gonna die, I think. We didn't find a single Fume. Militia Bugler is an amazing top deck as well. Another Overseer. They are chaining hard. Really good for them. I hope they can't play this card so we can lock it with the Rats. Although we probably want to exile it. Oh, obviously it's a 1-drop. Okay. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't mind me blocking that. Although I will, and I will Rats it back. So it's a free block basically. Okay, here, attack here. Yep, attack there. Yep, this guy definitely snap block, right? Don't think we will attack much more here, not gonna lie. It's a land, freak. Okay, they are drawing perfect. I'll be honest, they're drawing perfect. We do find the BF again. That's nice. I think I'm gonna Blood away this Swamp first. Refurb is cool. So I'm play Fountain into Refurb. We'll draw a card. Some Snails in the graveyard. That's mostly it. Not great, right? Create a Blood. Play a Refurb. And I think we can ditch one of these. I guess the Snail, right? This is more Devotion. It's a 2/2. It's just generally better. Let's see what we draw. Vault. I like Artifact, but it's a land and lands are bad now. So, okay, well, sure. Let me play a Rats just as a body, you know. I'm a little scared of Guardian's Pledge right now, where Chocomoke just mogs us anyway, so it's not very good. Not very good. Do we run the Snail? I mean, there's nothing else to do. Might as well. Yeah, I'm gonna run the Snail as a 1/1. It's fine. Next turn we'll probably Insight. We didn't find a single Fume. We have 3 of them though, so that's on the more unlucky part. Definitely not attacking. Wanna activate the Fountain on my turn probably, so blocking with the Gary would be actually pretty deadly for them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be my Devotion. That's a lot. Okay, so they're swinging some here. This Medic is not gonna get blocked, I think. Doomed Traveler, is he gonna attack? Only Medic is gonna attack. Alright, yep, not blocking that guy for sure. More Rats? You're killing me here. I'm gonna play a Rats hold up Insight, I think. Or I can Rats like block, depending on what they attack with. This Blood Fountain could gain so much value here. Can't really attack with much. We're just waiting for deal breaker here. For me it's Fumes. For them it has to be like Rally, Mog, or Guardian's Pledge, right? That's a good card. Draw. Battlefield Raptor. Okay. Don't think we can take many more of these medic hits, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, they do nothing. Cool. Let me just Insight this. Okay, I think it's gonna be a Refurb because we can Blood Fountain it back, right? Yeah, it's gonna be Refurb. Here are the Fumes. That's amazing. If he double Fumes, the game is actually close to over, so I think I'm gonna go and try to find the second Fumes. Vault of Whispers. I think I'm playing that this time. We have 10 lands, so I could Blood Fountain, Refurb Snail, We'll draw a card with the Refurb. We still have Suffocating Fumes up, which is huge. Let's play Refurb. Let me draw a card. It's a Plains, okay. So Fumes cost 3. You can definitely develop a Skullcap Snail. So Fumes kill these two, this guy, Raptor, Healer's Hawk. No, it doesn't kill Raptor, just Healer's Hawk. Swinging here, I could, but like, I don't think I wanna. It's a top deck war, all out here. I'm gonna bargain something soon, probably the Reds, or maybe a Snail only, actually. If they give me good value with my Fumes, I'll take it all day. Play land, by the way, okay. If I like literally just Fumes and full swing at everything, it honestly sounds good. How much damage is that? Probably a lot. I'm gonna bargain the Vault, I think. I don't need more life, I feel. Draw 2. Blade Bog, alright, interesting. They'll get rid of the Outlaw Medic to draw a card, I'm sure of it. Find the Refurb, hello. So if I Blade, they will get rid of a Medic, which is actually a 3 HP creature, which is, you know, not bad. First things first, let me Refurb number 4. We can also flip a Blade if we wanna, but then I don't have Fumes up. It's not great. Oh my god, okay. This is 4, 6, 10, 15 damage. Like, Fumes or them, even on their attacks, actually destroy them so hard, I feel. Let me play a Swamp. Let me swing with, I think, everything, actually. If they give me... Yeah, let's see how well can they play around double Fumes here. If they just let it connect. Because the Fumes are good both on... okay, fumable, and we even survive. Oh, it's a wrap, boys. If they block like this, that's a wrap. Yep. Oh my god, Fumes are crazy here. Jesus Christ, it's over. Everything blocks favorably for us. So like, we lose kinda like nothing, they lose everything. Just game over. This is insane. Look at this disgusting thing. We can also Chittering Reds the card back on top and then Blade the token. This is just over. That was cool. Let me Blade it. And we will try to Reds. They have like a Trabon Charm. Okay, Secluded Steppe, sure. Probably trying to find a Trabon Charm. Don't think they found an instant spell right now. They're gonna sack this, and it's time for a Chittering Reds. I'm not sure what that card is. I don't think there's a way for me to know. Yeah, but this was a crazy blowout. Suffocating Fumes go hard here. They do. Medic, fine, sure. Okay. Can Fumes again, they just probably lose. We're gonna see. Could cycle the Fumes, but I just love the Fumes in this matchup. Okay, Mephitic Drought. Let me do that first. Blade. Okay, so that's 6. That's definitely 14. So that's GG, right, with a Blade. Especially if you can flip it afterwards. Draw. Let's go to combat. Try to attack with everything. Okay, we win the first game. Beautiful. Now, for the dreaded sideboarding. I don't think we want to play Choking Sands in this one. I think Spell Bombs. I'm not sure how much of a graveyard synergy they have, since they're playing like a different version of White Weenie. Maybe just run it back. I didn't like the Chittering Reds that much. I think Blood Fountain, Grimbauble, Cast Downs weren't the best. Although, like, they do stuff, I guess. Non-creature cards. I honestly didn't see many of non-creatures in their deck. Maybe there will be right now, so I'm gonna go to Duress. And do we try Gang Shinobi for the sneaky bounce thing? We might. Yeah, I think Reds are a little worse than usual in this one. I'll run one Spell Bomb as well. Reds are a body on the board though, so that's that. Okay, let me submit. We're gonna see if we need anything else. It depends what they sideboard. I have no idea, like, what could they sideboard. If it's Dust to Dust, if it's Revoke Existence, if it's, you know, Pump Spells. And it's okay, let's keep. We have Fumes in the opener, pretty cool. Probably bring in like Ramosian Rally, which would be, you know, quite a great counter to the Fumes. They let us go first, really. Okay, I'll thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'll say their deck has more card draw than these decks usually have, so that's kind of sick to see. And double Gary, Jesus Christ. Okay, just gonna chill. The bad thing about Cast Down is it doesn't have many good targets because all of their creatures get value already if they come into play. God damn, Battlefield Raptor. Okay, I guess that's a decent target. Cycle Steppe. I do like the inclusion of Steppes in White Weenie. I think it's kind of fire. You definitely do struggle with top decking lands in the later stages, so Steppes kind of fix that. I'll give them a life. I think I'll cast down the Raptor, like one of the cards I actually can cast down, you know, so I'll use my mana here. Find a Bochuka Bog. Okay, not bad. I'm just gonna go for Chittering Reds. So they drew the same card. Swing us. Go for Novice Inspector. Okay. Doomed Traveler. We are attacking with the rats. I'm so ready to fumes them. So find the duress. Reasonable. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing. Let's see if they block. They know about the fumes. Are you taking this double block here? You are. I love fumes. Just a funny combat trick. Oh, they realized. It's probably not... Okay, they chomp. That's fine. That's what we don't mind, actually. I'm gonna try and duress. This is like the riskiest thing ever, but yeah. Shouldn't have brought in duress. At least we know about their hand, but we absolutely whiff. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let's go Bajuka book then. End step. Is it gonna be Doom Traveler? Is it gonna be Medic? What is it gonna be? It's gonna be a Clue, correct? Trying to find land. I would do the same thing here, not gonna lie. I would. Okay, they swing back, so that's the plan of not blocking, and they are losing this hard, so I think I'm gonna leave this rats on blocks, actually. Oh, a Bolt. Okay. Do we just slam a Gary? Just like to do it? I think we do. I'll slam a Gary. I'm gonna go swing for 2 here, actually. We can slam Gary into Gary, which is some board presence, I guess. 6 drain. Can't attack with the Inspector. With neither of them, actually. Wow. Yeah, Arms of Hadar would be so good, man. That's why I love Arms of Hadar. Insight. Maybe later. Let's go to combat. We can still fumes if they decide to block in some weird way, so that's fine. Or not. Yep, chill. Let's go Gary here. We can inside the land. Putting them to 8 is actually very nice. We can fumes them to win a combat. Okay, life, but that's a 2-1. They're not dead yet. They're attacking very interestingly here. They're definitely... Wait, we couldn't block? What was happening? Oh, I skipped my blocker's phase. I'm stupid. My bad. Absolutely my bad. Snail? That's cool. Let's go to combat. Is this fumes worth it? What if they block? Do we just let it go if they block? I think this fumes is so nice. But I trade the red for Inspiring Overseer. The answer might be no. I mean, fumes just killed 3 creatures. And we are winning on board again. I think fumes is fine now. Main phase even. I don't want them to block anything. Let's go to combat. Attack. Let me snail them too. They go to 4. See what they exile. Doom Traveler number 2. Okay. So inciting this Vault of Whisper. Oh, Sacred Cat. Okay. Outlaw Medic. But still keeping up the tempo. Just attacking. Okay. That's unusual. Blood Fountain. Let's go to combat, swing with everything. I'm gonna incite the snail, I think. Chomp. Chomp. Oh, they're chomping. Interesting decisions. I'll do the damage. Cat is gone. Okay, I can just incite the blood. Is that better? Is it better to incite the blood? I don't know. I think having 5 lands is quite important for this deck, especially with flashbacking the insight. I'm gonna incite the blood. Land Blood Fountain. Okay, I'm gonna go Blood Fountain. And I think I'm gonna go end step, blood token away the land. I think that's fine. Medic number 2. Oh my god, okay. Cat, alright. Inspector swinging. Oh, Medic swinging. Nope, okay. End step, let's use the blood on the swamp. Tiring Blade, sure. It drains. Ooh, fumes are good. Fumes are good. Oh my god. Yeah, their blocks are horrific if he fumes. I think we're just gonna fumes them, like, right now. Let's go to combat. Have to block 2 of the... Well, they're dead. Okay, good. V1. No matter how they block, it's 3 damage. These guys, it wouldn't work anyway, but even if it did, they don't gain them life back because they have 0 power. Type a good game well played. And that's 2-0 against actually a pretty cool build of White Weenie. I think their build works much better against like burn decks. They also have a lot of card draw in that deck. Unlucky they didn't find lands though. Alright guys, next opponent, Freshly Brewed Stew, and we go first. Luck is with us today, it really is. Hand is pretty good for lands. Hopefully we can find something to draw more non-land cards, but let's keep for now. Good hand. And I'm kind of starting to make an opinion of this deck, you know, more and more I play. We played a lot more games, but for some reason people are disconnecting a lot today. I think it might be the MTGO client. Don't know why. We played way more games than you guys could see, but a lot of disconnecting going on. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Vault of Whispers in case we draw like a refurb, but then we still can play it next turn. But I still think this is good to have on board. Next turn we can either Blade or Skullcap Snail, it really matters. Real depends, rather. Okay, they have Tranquil Landscape. Already interesting. Their name is Freshly Brewed Stew, so I already think they will be on a brew. Again, today's a brew day. Like, almost everybody who we played against has been on a brew. Find a Blood Fountain. Okay, let's not even bother with that. Let's just go with the Snail. Tranquil Landscape. So they're probably banned. Be Celestia, though. Okay. Slivers. No, not Slivers. Advisors. And they play Automaton. I'm already interested about their list already, you know? That's how it is. We found a Blood Fountain. Not bad. We will attack. Unless it's Slivers. I don't know. No. They wouldn't play a Growth Chamber, right? For sure. Let's go to combat damage. And we'll play a Chittering Rats, I think. I think that's reasonable. So they'll try to mill either themselves or us. I'm not sure how well our Fume's doing. That's why I usually like to have Crypt Rats, but we'll see, of course. Thornwood Falls. Okay. And Guardian Gladewalker. It's something. I think it's Advisors still, but guess we'll have to see. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. Let's draw. Find a Gary. Alright, that's nice. Let's go to combat. We'll attack with a 2/2. And I guess Blade Double Fountain does something, right? So let's go Blade. If we draw land, it's a big Gary next turn for sure. Automaton is gone. Let's go Fountain, Fountain. If we find anything we don't like, we can just blood it away, which is kind of nice. Land number 4, 2, could be Winding Way. It's Vandal. Sucks. Land is gone. Yikes. Should have expected a Vandal. What? Blood? Not land? Okay, well, great. Great. Oh, they have another one. No, they have Step Through. Wizard cycling. What the hell is happening? Is this not Advisors? Is this Wizards? I mean, I'm not sure if this is related, but soon we have a tournament you guys probably know about. And it's Tribal Wars, so maybe people are practicing that, although a lot of people have been saying that they've been like practicing their tribal decks now. Is this Wizards, by the way? Like, okay, well, sure. Attacking with the Chittering Reds doesn't necessarily make much sense, but we can Offering first. I think we Offering the Blood Fountain. I think there's no way we use both, but the blood could be useful. Bojuka Bog. Alright. Let me map token up the Chittering Reds. I would love a counter. With all my heart. Thank you. We reveal a Garrus. Sadly, we can return you to with a Blood Fountain, so you, my friend, will go to the graveyard. Although I had the Bog. Oh no. I didn't realize I had the land number 5. Was this really the right call? I guess it maybe was, because we can Blood Fountain it back, but still, it's possible that it wasn't the right call. Okay, let's Bog him. We'll go Gary. Yeah, I think I should have kept on top, now that I think about it. It's a close call though, it's a really close call. Because it's like this big 5-drop that kind of clogs our hand, but at the same time, you know, still nothing to sneeze at, I think. Biomathematician, definitely a Wizard Tribal. Brews are going crazy today. Fractal token, put a counter on each fractal you can. Oh my god, I know what they're doing. That's wild. These are fractals. They probably played the how is the guy called? Moddas Changeling 2. What the hell? They're cooking. Hell yeah. So it's a beatdown deck. It's not like milling me. No, it's a beatdown deck. Okay. Mephitic Drought. Just gonna slam a Gary, right? Or should I play the... Well, playing the Reds and maximizing the gain out of the Gary actually seems quite important. I'm gonna go Mephitic Drought first. Unless we get beat down soon, I don't think there's a reason not to go for it. Draw a card. Refurb. Think I'm gonna slam a Chittering Reds here. Make them redraw the same thing again. Gary's looking good. Simic decks usually don't have much removal, so that makes me quite happy. Imagine Crypt Rats into this board. So much better than Suffocating Fumes though. Oh my god, 4/4. Yeah, that works. Godly. Draw 4, draw 3, draw... Yeah, it's 3 anyway, right? It's either 3 fractals, or 3 humans, or 3 wizards, whatever. 4 mana draw 3 isn't the worst thing. It's actually pretty good. It's like above rate. Land would be best. Tiring Blade still good. Man, I'm here for the setup though. I'm here for the setup. I don't even know, like... Do you think they play like some counter magic? I hope not. Should I just hardcast the guy? I'm a little scared of this like 2 mana open thing. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna go Tiring Blade, see if they want to counter. I'm scared of counterspell, so I want Gary here. Yeah, they bite counterspell. Spell Stutter Sprite. It's a wizard too. They're cooking with this deck. Wizards are powerful. Dear Lord, have mercy. This deck is crazy. So, is it fair to call this Simic Wizards? Or like, guess? Okay, so Spell Stutter is the thing they're running. Okay. Well, how many fairies? 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah. Okay, so Merchant was actually safe. It wasn't a counter spell straight up, but still was really good. 1, 2, Biomathemat. Ooh, the beatdown is getting hard here. They can start attacking if they wanna, but Gary is a big swing. They also need to be careful about the backswing as well, so that's that. Yep, you can definitely start swinging. Yep, pretty good. I think the blocker system in NTG is so weird. Like, often it looks like you should be able to make some attacks, but you just aren't. I don't know how to explain it. But don't you guys think that sometimes the blocker system in NTG is like weird? I wish like boards were more active. Like, I can attack, they have to be careful about their attacks as well. Okay, Bog. Let's hope there is no counter magic. So we're gonna go Gary and hope there is no exactly a counter spell actually. And they concede to the Gary. Okay, yep. They knew about the Blood Fountain and stuff, so it kind of makes sense. Choking Sand seem particularly good against them. Duress seems honestly pretty decent too, like 2. And because they have Simic Growth Chambers, and then I think I want like 2 gangs. Then what's the rest of my thing, right? Like, remove Gary. The fumes, they don't seem that great. I think like 0 actually is the correct number of fumes. I like blades, you know. I do still like the Grim Baubles. They're decently powerful. Choking Sands. Do I really want them? I think I want like 2. I think that's the correct number of Choking Sands. Can take 1 Bauble and I think 1 Blood Fountain. Just submit. We need card draw. We need removal. I mean, Gary is still probably a win condition, but I don't think we need 3. Yep, that's a good hand. That's a good hand for sure. They go first. We're gonna try to snipe something with the Duress. It's honestly quite possible we miss, especially if they move to 6 like that. Yeah, I think it's decently possible we miss on the Duress, but I still am gonna try it. I wanna have some information about their hand. Duress pretty risky. I think Divest could be a pretty good card. Thornwood Falls. Okay. Bojuka Bog. Yes, I'll do this. Make the... Okay, Relic. Oh my god. They actually play Seraph Sanctuary. I was about to say this card could be cool. Triple Gladewalker, God help me, and we take the Relic. Not bad, I guess, but triple Gladewalker is kinda hard to deal with sometimes. To be Gladewalker after Gladewalker after Gladewalker, making them incredibly huge. Okay. Do find a cast down. I could wait with the drought, right? Yeah, especially if they try to put all counters on one guy. I could straight up cast it down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go swamp and pass the turn. If they try to put a counter on the Gladewalker, I'm here with cast down for sure. We find another land. So they have double Gladewalker random. Let's see how they do it. They could protect ourselves against Grimbauble by doing that, but they also are more susceptible to cast down. Susceptible is not a word. Susceptible is the word. Yes, susceptible. They target itself. Okay. Smart. I can't complain. I'm gonna cast down the 2/2 though. They're smart. I have nothing to do with my mana, so I'm gonna do this. They kind of spell stutter. Reds. Decent, honestly decent. Can put a counter there. Do I reds them? I think well, I don't know. Like, the problem is well, maybe I'm forced to Bojuka Bog next turn, and then I have only 3 mana. I don't really help myself anyhow, but I think I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna reds. Maybe can find an untapped source. I probably will play Drought, maybe into Drought. We're gonna see. Sick list. They probably play Winding Way too. They probably play Winding Way. The Distant Melody is sweet. Attack for 3, good attack. No blocks. Yep. Second main. Draw. Swamp. That's a nice draw. Alright. I don't think I'm attacking actually. Again, weird, right? But I don't want to take 4. I think taking 3 is more reasonable. Let me play a Mephitic Drought first. Cast down is nice. I think I'll go for another Mephitic Drought though. Yeah, the life loss kind of hurts, but I still believe it will be worth it in the end. River costs 1 now. Need to find some card draw. We have a lot of it in the deck, so we need to find at least some. Yeah, went to 0. Probably didn't find what they needed, and they don't believe this board will make it work, but I still think their deck is extremely cool. So we are definitely going to show it down. Like, maybe it will give you guys some ideas. So GG against Simic Wizards. Alright everybody, welcome back to the conclusion. So I think I can safely say this is, I think, one of the best versions of Black Devotion we've seen. Black Devotion decks are usually pretty clunky and they are lacking in some aspect. I think this is the most balanced version of the deck I've seen so far. I do understand that they are playing a lot of creatures, so they don't want to go with Crypt Rats. The fumes are very limited though. They are absolutely incredible in some matchups and actually pretty middling in some others. And generally the deck feels a lot more like a garden-ish deck with a lot of removal, a lot of ways to draw cards. What I'm missing here is maybe like Tornado Black Rose or something like that, since very often if the opponent takes the Monarch, you're pretty much cooked. I do like the Gary as a win condition in this one. It was actually huge. I think some of the biggest drains with the Gary I've ever done were in this deck. I surprisingly even like the 4 of Bojuka Box, that was cool. 3 fumes, I'm not sure if that's necessary. Again, it's probably their meta call. I think it's cool that you can cycle this if you don't need it. And what I like about this deck, there is definitely enough card draw. The weakest card in the deck, in my opinion, are the Chittering Reds. I think it's just similar. It's a little different to Skullcap Snail, of course, but it just delays their draws by 1 again. But it's a 3 mana 2/2. That's the worst part about it. It's a 3 mana 2/2. You just tap 3 mana and get a 2/2 body. That's not ideal. Some decks can be really fast and reds are a little bit too slow. Obviously, double black is amazing for the Gary, but I still think this is the weakest card in the deck. Other than that, honestly, great brew. They definitely knew what they were going for and did execute it pretty well. I also didn't mind the sideboard. I'm not sure about 3 Choking Sands, but other than that, pretty cool. You definitely have a shot even against a lot of meta decks. People very often don't expect you to play Gary, but they usually, know right after you play the Mephitic Draft. I realized I call it Drought again probably somewhere in the video, so it's Draft, yeah, I know. And the life loss wasn't even that bad from the draft, so big shout out to GPhilippi77, and if you want to see more of these decks, there's a link to Patreon below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a great rest of your day, and bye.